All right, we are live from Key West right now. Me and Toto. Dawn Wilder live. I go out walking after midnight in the moonlight like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, that's just my way, saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. No, as his eyes turn gloomy, night will whisper to me, lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight in the starlight, hoping you may be somewhere. Walking after midnight, searching for me. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. As the skies turn gloomy, night will whisper to me, lonesome as I can be. I know I'm walking after midnight in the moonlight like we used to do. Always walking after midnight, searching for me. Welcome, welcome. So, just so that everybody knows what's going on right now, I am going to share these to different pages. So be patient with me for a moment. Let us see. So that everybody knows, because I have some friends who are, let's see. Here we are live. Oh, gotta quiet it. Don't want to hear me. Quiet. Okay. So, gotta share it to all different places. And then, let's see, I should be able to share to a page. Share doesn't have to a page now. Oh, there we go. Sharing a Key West Finest. Share. Where else are we going to share? We're going to share to Toto, Key West. We're going to share. Where else are we going to share? We're going to share to, let's see. I think we share to that. I don't know. I'm sharing all over the place. So, what else is exciting going on? I'm so happy that you're all with me here today. I am going to be doing songs that people that come to see me regularly know and request. There have been people that have been coming to see me for 15 years, 17 years, have been so good to me over the years. And so I wanted to do this as opposed to a regular show, which is why I'm taking the time right now to scramble around and post it, because I want to make sure that everybody that usually comes gets a chance to see this, because they are the people that I'm really doing this for. And that is kind of why I am taking this amount of time, because it's really, really some really special people that I want to make sure I give an opportunity and spend time with. And so, okay, I hope that that's all, that I've posted it everywhere. And if not, I guess the rest of you will have to figure it out. Let's see. One more time. Look over here. Alrighty, that's it for me sharing.
So I want to start off with a song that I do a lot. It's for Dennis and Dan, as well as for Mike and Joyce. I'll tell you the story after I share it, because oh goodness, there's lots of people on there and I can't see a single one of them, Joe. Feeling nearly baked as a dream. Father come the diesel down just before it rained, and it took us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandit, inside my body sang blues. Windshield wipers slapping time, holding Bob's hand in mine, sang up every song that drives new. Freedom's just another word, nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good's easy, love, Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good is good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby. From the Kentucky coal mine to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, everything we've done, Bobby baby kept me from the cold. Yeah. One day up near Salinas, looking for that home and I hold tight. Trade on down tomorrow's for singing day, holding by close to mine. Freedom just another word, never let
not scrolling my comments, so I can't see everybody. So I'm trying to see what we got here. Trying to see everybody. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. So, Mike and Joyce, hope you're on. Oh, Eva and Anders are on. They're all the way from Sweden, so it's late there. Hope you guys are well. Hi, Renee and Gary. I did see Becky and Ed were on as well. So, some people come, and people have been coming for years, know the many different sides of Dawn. And right now, I took down the background because I wanted you to see. This is my room. This is my bedroom, actually. Toto's bed isn't usually here, though. And this is all my stuff from different people. And I have all kinds of stories that I want to tell you and all kinds of things. So I'm just going to go through some of my different songs and sing them for different people. I've got Gary on right now all the way from Scotland. So before it gets too late, because I know it's late for him, I want to do a song for him. Gary, oh goodness, I think I've known Gary at least 10 years. And he came from Scotland with his family. I think he was with his sister and his brother at the time, years ago. And he loves 80s music like I do. And, oh, Claire is there from the UK as well. And so I sang a couple of songs for Gary. He and I danced and sang and just had a grand old time. We stayed friends, and over the years, he came back a couple of years ago, got to see him. He's been paying attention now since I've been doing some live streams. And he requested this one tonight, so I want to make sure I get it to him before. It's pretty late over there.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback to warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcase memories, time after sometimes you'll picture me. I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you've said. Then you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. You said, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time.
time after time, time after time.
I see Becky and Mike are on, and they brought their friends to see me, Mark and Mark. And Mark had their sister Renee come on, so everybody's here. Alex from Germany, lots of people on. And Alex is so sweet. He puts videos of me on YouTube for me because I'm just not very good at all this stuff. Like, I'm not a great promoter of myself. I like to do what I do, but I'm just not good at all the other stuff that we do. So, oh, it's only 9 in Scotland. Oh, that's good, Gary. Usually I sing later, and then it's like midnight or 1. So that's good. I'm glad that it's not too late for everybody over there. 6 hours in Australia. 6 a.m. Oh my goodness. So Gary and I, we've stayed friends, and we're all going through this together. UK, Scotland isn't the UK, but Australia, Germany, Norway, Sweden, everybody. We're all going through this together. So it's really nice. It's really nice to have friends all over and to be able to support each other, and through the different ways. And my way is through singing, and it's just been such a blessing to be able to connect all the support from all the people that have sent me emails, sent me real cards and letters. I mean, I'm very sentimental, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'm looking for I saw, because I think this is really this is really the case for me, and I think for all of us right now. And what I was going to say earlier when I sang Bobby McGee was that there's Dan and Dennis who love that song. There's Mike and Joyce. Mike said to me last time he was there, which was beginning of February, he said, I've heard a lot of people do that, and I think that you by far do that the best. And I keep that in the back of my head all the time. I really appreciate every kindness that people give me and have shown me throughout many years. And so this is Mike. So Mike and Joyce and Sam and Teresa and Dan and Dennis and all these people who've come throughout the years, and Dan and Dennis live here, but all these people who've come throughout the years have become friends, and they've become my friends as well. So when they're there and everybody dances together and they look forward to seeing each other each night or at a certain time of the year, Candy and Gary, I don't know if you're on yet, but it's a really, really great experience for me to be here and see that, Glenn and Shelley. So this is for all of us, my friends, especially at this time.
What would you think if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, gonna try with a little help from my friends.
Nancy, hey Kathy and Jenny.
What do I do when my love is away?
Doesn't worry, doesn't mean alone.
How do I feel at the end of the day?
Are you sad because you're on your own?
No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, don't get high with a little help from my friends. Ooh, gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, don't get high with a little help from my friends. Ooh, gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love.
by with a little help from my friends. Oh, gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, don't get high with a little help from my friends. Yeah, I get by with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends. I got so many friends on there. Sherry, Sam and Reese's sister-in-law. Again, there's just the way that things have come around for me and all the people that I've been blessed to meet over the many years and now that are on here. Heidi, hi, how are you? I'm waving to the thing and you're over there. So it's just been a really great opportunity for me to have this chance to share with you. And so my favorite music is singer-songwriters of the 70s. But really, I love story songs. And so any song that has a story to it, I'm really fond of. And to me, these stories are not just the songs that have stories in them, but the songs themselves have stories to them. This next song, I'm gonna get emotional. I knew I would. I don't know how long ago it was. It was, I don't know, I guess it was 6 years, maybe a little bit longer or shorter, that Kathy and Denny have been coming to see me for a long time. And Denny got cancer. And he didn't look good a lot. And, I know that it was hard for both of them. And they were together for a really long time. And then they finally got married before he got cancer. And then, they went through this together, and watching them together was just really an amazing thing. And the thing that I'm so grateful that I can cry, and it's not tears of sadness, but it's tears of joy that Denny pulled through it all, and he's fine, and they still come now to see me. And so this was a song that they would ask me to sing for them at the time that this was all going on.
Ashamed to cry, let me see it through, 'cause I've seen the dark side too. When the night falls on you, don't know what to do, nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you, I'll stand by you, won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. So, if you're that good man, don't hold it all inside. Come on and talk to me now. Hey, what you got to hide? I get angry too. Well, I'm a lot like you. When you're standing at the crossroads, don't know which path to choose, let me come along. 'Cause even if you're wrong, I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me unto your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. Won't be on your own. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. And I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. You're never alone. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
For Denny and Kathy, thank you guys so much. So Ava and Anders are supposed to be here along with all of the Conkfish Nation. Big shout out to you guys, and Amber at Key West Finest, who has been sponsoring these shows every. I think this is our third or fourth. Oh goodness. So Ava and Anders are in Sweden, and they're supposed to be here, and Kathy and Mike and all the Conkfish are supposed to be here. We rescheduled that, I know, for October. I will sing sort of a tropical song for you. This is a song. Here's the story about this song. When I moved to Nashville very early, right when I moved there, I was at a songwriting party. There weren't many people there, but I met this guy, Mike, and his brother, and they had written Southern Cross. And I said, wow, you guys must, really love sailing. And they said, no, we've never sailed before. And I just was speechless. They said they bought a sailing book, and they used sailing terms to talk about love. And that's how they wrote this song, so.
Got out of town on a boat on a southern island, sailing to reach for the Florida Keys. She was making for the trip on the outside, the downhill run to the Florida Keys. Off the wind on this heading landmark cases, we got 80 feet of a water line, knives are making way from a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you on the midnight watch. I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What have brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure. And you know it will, and you know it will. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So sailing for tomorrow, dreams are dying.
My love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. Have my ship, all my flags are flying. All that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure, and you know it well, and you know it will. So we cheated and we lied and we tested. We never failed to fail. Was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. Somebody fine, come along, make me forget about loving you. And the Southern Cross.
Hey, Joe. Can you tilt that camera down a little bit so they can see Toto's head? It looks like he's getting cut off. Am I wrong, or you can see him? And of course you can't tilt it. Did that tilt it? Okay, excellent. Joe's my roommate who helps me set this all up and break it all down and get the angles right and take pictures of what I'm wearing before I get set up, because I don't know what I'm going to wear and I don't know if I like it, and maybe I gained weight during the this locket, which I haven't, just to let you know. But so that song was for all you Kongfish and all you who miss Key West, as well as for Shelly. Shelly and Glenn have been coming to see me for a very long time as well. And I get so emotional, especially, being separated from everybody for a while, So it was, I believe it was last March is what I want to say. I'd been in Costa Rica for a couple of years, for a couple of months. And so I hadn't been there in January, February. I just come back and Shelly and Glenn were there. And Shelly and Glenn are diehard Dawn Wilder fans. They're there every night I sing, and they stay from the start till the finish. And so it was late. It was my Thursday shift is 10 p.m. till 1:32 a.m. And they were sitting there. They were the only people in the whole place, which can happen late at night in Key West. You think that we're rocking, but we're going to sleep a little earlier than normal, in Key West as we get older. And so they were sitting there, just the two of them at a table. And every song I sang, they just sang along and beamed up at me. And, every song at the end, they would applaud. And it didn't matter, that for me that there was only two people in the audience, because they made it worth it. They made me feel like I was doing great every single song. It just was a really great feeling for me. And I didn't forget that, and I told them that. And Glenn has a favorite song. This is an original song of mine, and I don't do a lot of originals. And as we're going through, we'll talk about those more often. We'll talk about some of them, because I used to do a lot of them. And this is a song I wrote while I was working at the Weiland Gallery. Weiland, the artist, he makes these incredible, beautiful paintings of mostly sea life. And he has a foundation, and he does a lot of charitable work for the oceans, as well as other things. And so I wrote this song for Weiland. What I thought about was, I'm not a painter, I'm not a physical virtual artist. And I decided when I saw how dedicated he was, I said, well, I have a gift and I'm going to use it to say important things that are important to me. So I wrote this song. My goodness, I couldn't tell you how long ago. I just couldn't believe my eyes when I read the news today. Millions of gallons of oil spilled where the turtles go to play. Corporations dumping toxic waste right off the shore. Coral reefs are dying faster than we can find a cure. There's a message that you'll hear each time the humpbacks sing their song. And if you listen really close, you'll want to sing along. If it takes till the day we die, you've got to sing this song with me. Till the rest of the world hears the cry of the sea. The manatees are in danger. Pretty soon they'll all be gone. People want to speed their boats through the waters they call home. Fishing nets still trap and kill the dolphins every day. People saying sharks for fins, throw the rest away. There's a message that you'll hear each time the humpbacks sing their song. And if you listen really close, you'll want to sing along. If it takes till the day we die, you've got to sing this song with me. Till the rest of the world hears the cry of the sea. There's a lot of work to do. We've only just begun. It only takes one person to make the difference. Be one. There's a message that you'll hear each time the humpbacks sing their song. If you listen really close, you'll want to sing along. If it takes till the day we die, you've got to sing this song with me. Till the rest of the world hears the cry of the sea. There's a message, it's the cry of the sea. Whoa, listen to the cry of the sea. On an interesting note, that as we're all staying inside, oddly, the air, the ocean, the earth, everything's getting better the more we stay inside. So, including us, we're all getting better. Those that were sick are getting better. So it's all good. So an interesting story about somebody who loves that song. I saw Candy and Gary on here. Hi, Candy and Gary. Jerry, I believe you were on. Jerry is a friend of mine who, you know, talking about Thursday nights. Jerry lives here, and Jerry is a regular Thursday night guy, and there are lots of times where, again, it's the bartender and Jerry and I, late at night. And so then I get to do all kinds of fun, silly, whatever I feel like songs, and also songs that I wouldn't normally necessarily play. And so my friend Jerry, this is one of his favorite songs because he'd been coming to Key West for years on vacation, and then after his wife passed, he came here to live, and he considers this his place in the sun. So this is for our Thursday late nights, Jerry, and usually Marcy or Jerry and John and I. Like a long, lonely stream
I keep running towards a dream, moving on, moving on, like a branch on a tree. I keep reaching to be free, moving on, moving on. 'Cause there's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless hearts gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gotta find me a place in the sun. Like an old dusty road, I get weary from the load, moving on, moving on. Like this tired, troubled earth, I've been rolling since my birth, moving on, moving on. 'Cause there's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless hearts gotta run. There's a place in the sun before my life is done, gotta find me a place in the sun. You know what, guys? When times get bad and you're feeling sad, I want to remember Key West, Florida. There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless hearts gotta run. There's a place in the sun. That was from my friend Jerry. You know, it's just, I have so many songs keep running through my head as I see everybody on here. Kelly is on, and okay, so here's the story. 2006, I think it was. I've been singing at the Bull since September 10th, 2002. Same night, same place. And I'm so grateful. I love, it's a family there. I've been there 17 and a half years, and I hope that we'll all be back there soon. It's where I've met most of these people, except for Cheryl, who lived on my block and had a daughter a little bit younger than I am, and she now has grandchildren. So Kelly comes with her daughter Reese. I gotta say, Reese, I'm going with, since this is about, I think this is 2006, I'm going with that Reese is 3, is my guess. I'm going that Reese is 3. And she wanted to come up on stage, and I was wearing sparkly sunglasses, and she had to have them, so she put them on, and I gave her a mic, and I turned it up just a little bit, and I sang this song, and I will tell you, I don't know if Janis Joplin came through her. I don't know what happened. She knew the words, and she strut back and forth on the stage, singing with the sunglasses on at the top of her lungs. And it was, believe it or not, Kelly, somewhere I have a video of it. I have not seen it. I don't know where it is, but I do have a video of it. And I'll tell you what happened after the story. People are talking about people. I hear them whisper, you won't believe it. They think we're lovers, kept undercover. I just ignore it. They keep saying we laugh just a little too loud, stand just
talk about. Little mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? I feel so foolish. I never noticed you'd act so nervous. Could you be falling for me? It took a rumor to make me wonder. Now I'm convinced that I'm going under, thinking about you every day, dreaming about you every night. I'm hoping that you feel the same way. Now that we know it, let's really show it, darling. Let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to pick out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Let's give them something to talk about, baby. A little mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love, 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 love. Let's give them something to talk about.
So the after story of that is, I remember telling Kelly and her husband, that girl's got star power. She was born, she was 3 years old, she was a star. And Reese has since moved to California, to Los Angeles. She's had several parts in TV and movies, and she's a star. So it's really neat to see that happen. There's another young girl, I don't know, Noelle, I don't know if she's on, but she's another one who's amazing. I don't know, maybe if she's on, she can let me know. She's got a phenomenal voice. She's probably about 19 now. So Glenn said that the spill, the Deepwater Horizon spill, was 2010. I did not write it for the Deepwater Horizon. I actually wrote it after the Exxon Valdez. I wrote it in, I believe it was 2001, to be honest. I reused it, sadly, for the Deepwater Horizon. Which is why I like to tell these stories, so that you get to know really the stories behind the songs. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. So I don't know if my friend is on. I told her I was going to do this song for her. A friend of mine who was struggling with addiction. She'd gotten clean and sober, she had a baby, and she had a group of women. I was one of them, and we all rallied around this baby and this young lady, and became sort of surrogate mommies to both of them. And she's this little baby, was blue-eyed and just pink-skinned and adorable, and she had, I don't know, 10, 15 different aunties. And the girl had struggled really as she was staying sober and clean. She struggled to get her life together. It's not easy to get your life together in this country when you've been down and out. And we all did our best to help her, but unfortunately, we just, it wasn't enough. And one day she came and she told us that she had put the baby up for adoption, but she had gotten adopted by a really great home that she got to meet. And, I don't have any children, so it was very emotional for me. So I was up all that night, and I just scribbled lyrics all night. And somebody had introduced me to a well-known songwriter from Nashville that I had never gotten an opportunity to write with, and she would come down to Key West every now and then. And I wrote her an email saying, I have this song, and I think it's you who I have to write it with. And she said, I'm not trying to be, mean or anything, but could you just kind of send me the gist of it? And so I sent her all the scribblings, and she said, well, when can we write this? And she came down to Key West, and we got to sit at my friend Adrian's. He was taking care of Gene Olson, so a shout out to my friend Jimmy. We did this in their condo on the grand piano overlooking the ocean, and in 4 hours we wrote this song together. And it's called All I Had to Give, but it's also subtitled Jordan's Song. They were only 16 the day they got the news. Though she loved him heart and soul, he wanted her to choose. And it wasn't even close. And she kissed that boy goodbye, put her hands on her tummy, spoke to her unborn child. This is not the way I planned it, I admit it. But the choice is mine, and the gift of life is all I have to give. Lying in a homeless shelter, sometimes they both cried all night. She held her close to keep her warm. She tried to make it right. And no baby should go hungry, but sometimes that baby did. And she cried out to the heavens, God help me raise this kid. This is not the way I planned it, I admit. But a child can't live on love alone, and it's all I have to give. A loving childless couple, now it's adoption day. She did what she had to do, now she kneels down to say, if you question, did I love you? How could I ever let you go? I hope the life you're living is enough to let you know this was not the way I planned it, I admit. Please know the day I chose to give you up took all I had to give. Boy, oh boy, these are stories. Jess is on. I know she likes the song. I know this is one of the... Oh, there's Linda. All right, let me do Linda's song next, and then I will. So Linda and Annette have been coming to see me. They were coming every Christmas through... sometimes they make it through New Year's and sometimes not. It was right after their mom had passed, so they spent the holidays with me. And every year Linda and Annette would either bring me or send me birthday presents. My birthday is New Year's Day. And so that's why I wanted to do this without my big backdrop and everything, because I wanted to share some things with you. These shelves all have different meanings. This shelf up here is things that I've made or done or have been important to me from my own things and doings. The second shelf is all from fans, 80% probably from Linda. This is a snow globe. There are things about my songs. There's a teddy bear that sings happy birthday, I want you to know, every year. On my birthday, I press it and he sings happy birthday to me. There is a sign that says Believe, which is a song that I wrote, which I will be sure to sing. Let's see, there's a candle that says Believe. There is just so many angels here. Let me see what else is up here that isn't necessarily this. I don't know if Anne-Marie Gallatin is on, but she made me this beautiful paper flower. There is somebody, I used to have my dog Skipper with me, and somebody made a little wire. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's a wire dog. It was made by Patrick from Patrick and the Swayzes. He's out there on Duval Street selling his wire things. He does Jerry Garcia. He does all kinds of neat wire things. Another friend, I'm really sentimental. This is a flower, origami flower from my friend Eric. So I'm very sentimental. I have all kinds of stuff. And so Linda, every year they would come and I would sing. This is a song that I think is great for all of us, especially right now. And I will sing my original as well in a little bit, but this is the song that I always think of Linda when I hear this.
Gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet. Share with you the last bite bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When your hopes are sinking dark, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart might understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything. Keep believing in the power of love between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Oh, yes I do. Love can build a bridge between your heart
it's time. It's from my friend Linda and Annette. So I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. Dennis just joined us, Dennis and Dan, and he was just telling, he just said, and your little dog too. This is Toto. I've kind of ignored him, which is terrible, my baby. He is my favorite little boy, and he comes to work with me. He sits in the bed just like this, and he will relax just like he does. He also takes tips from me, which my roommate is going to come and demonstrate, so that you can see how silly Toto is. Toto, what's Daddy got? What's he got? Go get it. Go get it. Good boy. Give it to Mom. Come here. Oh, you're so lazy. Come here. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Can you show everybody? Can you show everybody? Show everybody. All the way. All the way. All the way. Good boy. That's Toto's job. All right, so here's a story that Dennis just said, and your little dog too. So, Danny is a friend of mine who loves this song, and let's see if I can, he asked me if I would call him. I don't think he has a Facebook, and so we're gonna try and get a hold of Dan. Let's see if he's going to answer. So the story is, I'll tell you a little bit. The story is that Danny, hi Kat from the Bull, one of my bartenders, been bartending on Tuesdays with me. I could not even begin to tell you how long. Not as long as I've been there, but probably 14 or 15 years. All right, well, it doesn't look like Danny's going to answer. Oh, Danny answered. Hi there. So I'm telling everybody the story before I sing the song for you. I'm telling everybody the story because a lot of people remember this story. It's Valentine's Day. I think it's Valentine's Day 2006 when I met Danny. My boyfriend that I was living. My boyfriend. I'm telling the story. I'm on live on video. My boyfriend. Oh, he's in the bar. Oh, he's in the barn. He's got this great horse farm that I was on. I got to go out in Rhode Island and see this summer. He's got World Championship Morgan horses, which are really beautiful. So I'm telling them the story about Valentine's Day. So I'm up on stage crying because the guy that I was dating broke up with me like January 30th, and I went to work and I came home. He had taken the bed, and we're friends now. It's all fine. It was just a difficult time in both our lives. And I was on stage 2 weeks later crying about how I was single and how if somebody could just want to be my Valentine, they could bring me dark chocolate or they could bring me flowers. My favorite flower was lily. But my mom told me to ask for jewelry. And there was this beautiful piece of jewelry I loved across the street. And the next night was Valentine's Day, and in walks Danny. And he hands me the jewelry that he bought for me across the street. Then there's a girl that goes by with a bucket of roses. And she comes up and she gives me the entire bucket. I had 30, 40 roses. She puts them on the stage. And I'm like overwhelmed. She leaves. She comes back with another bucket. He buys the whole bucket again. This time he comes up with it and he says, I want you to give these to all the ladies in the room. So I gave roses to all the ladies in the room for Valentine's Day. Then he said, how many CDs do you have? And I had about 10 of them out. I said, I have about 10. He goes, no, how many total? I went and looked. I might have had 30. And he said, I want them all. And you're going to go out in the audience and give them to all the men in the audience. And I did that. And Danny and I have been friends since then. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's 2006, which means 14 years we've been friends. And Danny has a song that he likes, which is actually one of probably the first songs I learned. And it's also the reason that this little guy is named Toto because I love The Wizard of Oz. So I'm going to sing this for Danny and for everybody else who I know who loves this song. So hold on. I don't know if you guys can see Danny. He heard they're going to open up Florida. Not Key West, not yet. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
There's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
Love you, Danny. This guy is quite a ham. Toto is too funny. Okay, so now that I got a hold of Danny and took care of that, I'm gonna do this next song. There's a couple of stories. This is a really, really popular song that I do, and it's one of Jessica's favorites that I do. But there's actually a story to this one. Again, at least probably 2006. Two couples came into the bar with a girl in a wheelchair. Her name was Jenny, and you wouldn't really be able to tell what she had, but she was fairly incapable of communicating. She didn't have much use of many of her limbs, but she had a smile that when she smiled, you knew that she was having fun and happy, and she could clap. And so we ended up just having a great time singing songs for her all night. I just sang songs, and she just had a great time. And I would go down into the audience, and I would dance with her in the wheelchair. And for years, she and her parents and her aunt and uncle came back to see me all the time. The story, because I didn't know what would happen, the story was that she had been hit by lightning at the age of 16. And before that, she had been a perfectly healthy girl. And so she still had all of her mind function. And so I could talk to her and tell her jokes, and we just had a great time whenever Jenny came. She passed a few years back, and this was one of the songs that she loved, and her uncle and she would dance to. Mississippi, in the middle of a dry spell, Jimmy Rogers on a Victrola pine
baby on his shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. The boy can sing, knew how to move everything. Always wanted more. He lived your longing for. Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. The music's like a heat wave, wild lightning bound to drive you wild. Mama's babies in the heart of every schoolgirl. Love me tender, leaves them crying in the eyes. The way he moved, it was a sin, so sweet and true. Always wanted more. He lived you longing for. Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Every word of every song that he sang was for you. In a flash, he was gone, happened so soon. What could you do? Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Oh, that was for Jess. Let's see. So I got another original I got to do, and a promo. Back to again. Oh, I mean 2006 probably. I was doing a lot of my originals back then. I wrote this song. I wrote this song in 1994, I think. I wrote this song in 1994. A friend of mine was having trouble having a baby, and the song came to me thinking about wishing for her and praying for her to have a child. This song came to me. And I sang it pretty regularly. Sometimes I'd even close the show with it. And a few years later, this guy comes in and he says, listen to that song you wrote. It talks about having faith. I went home and quit my job because I decided I was going to have faith that all I want to do is be a writer, and I'm going to be a writer. So I quit my job, and he brought his book, and it had a little quote from my song, and it was very sweet, and again, very moving. I never thought that a song that I wrote, that I'm not famous and I'm just singing in a bar in Key West, would have that kind of impact on somebody's life. And so I'm so grateful to know Mike and Becky Yerk. And Mike now, so I'm pretty sure that was 2006, 2020, 14 years later. He has 12 books now. This one is The Battles of Joe Redbird, Mike Yerk.
YURK. And you can go on Amazon and get them. And this one, he did a special, autograph for me. And so this song is all about having faith. I'm pretty sure Gary's on. I know this is Gary's favorite song, and my sister says, and me too. All right, if I love my sister. My sister's also in entertainment. She's a poet, and she will be live tonight on the Poetry Brothel on Facebook here. And they do all live poetry readings and singing and all different things that they do. Is that better? We'll see as it comes. And so she says that she's always my producer. She said Mike is blocking Toto, so he's don't want him to not to see him. So this is the song, and my sister is also wishing for a baby, so we'll sing this one.
Friends are all married, and she sits alone in a 2-room apartment while they're buying homes. Fairy tale stories that never came true. There must be a secret she never knew. Mama came in and she dried all her tears, said these few words to ease her fears. Have faith in yourself, what will be, will be. Believe in your dreams, and then you will see. The darkness of night, and all through your life, let faith be your guiding light. 10 years of marriage, a pretty house and a farm. She and Bobby want children, the time just ticks on. Oh, she's tried for so long, thinks that she's past her prime. Now she's given up hope, feels she's run out of time. Bobby came in and he dried all her tears and said these few words to ease her fears. Have faith in yourself, what will be, will be. Believe in your dreams, and then you will see. In darkness of night, and all through your life, let faith be your guiding light. Their eyes look the same. A beautiful baby, let faith be her name. Have faith in yourself, what will be, will be. Believe in your dreams, and then you will see. In darkness of night, and all through your life, let faith be your guide.
did that one for Michael and Becky and Gary and my sister. All of you out there who need to have a little faith. We all need a little faith right now. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. And I'd sing that song, but I got other ones I want to sing. Nancy was on earlier. I don't know if she's still on. Just when I got my job at the Bowl, I got my job, as I said, September 10th, 2002. My divorce was final September 12th, 2002. So I was in a really bad space when I first got hired. It was a really, really, really rough time. I was heartbroken, and it took a lot of time and a lot of friends to pull me through. And I stayed at Nancy's house different times. She had 3 different houses that I stayed at, actually. There was one on Eaton, and she rented one, and we made the pool so hot that we used up all the propane. But it was really, really great. They were great. All the girls that would hang out got me through that time. And we did a lot of listening back then to Mary Chapin Carpenter. So this is one of the songs I used to sing almost every set.
Is it too much to ask? I want a comfortable bed that won't hurt my back, food to fill me up, warm clothes and all that stuff. Shouldn't I have this? Shouldn't I have this? Shouldn't I have all of this? And passionate kisses, passionate kisses, whoa, whoa, passionate kisses from you. Is it too much to demand? I want a full house and a rock and roll band, pens that won't run out of ink, and cool, quiet, and time to think. Shouldn't I have this? Shouldn't I have this? Shouldn't I have all of this? And passionate kisses, passionate kisses, whoa, whoa, passionate kisses from you. Do I want too much? Am I going overboard to want that stuff? Shout it out to the night, give me what I deserve, 'cause it's my right. And shouldn't I have this? Shouldn't I have this? Shouldn't I have all of this? And passionate kisses, passionate kisses, whoa, whoa, passionate kisses from you. Passionate kisses, passionate kisses, whoa, passionate kisses from you.
Hey, Tammy. So, I'm going to do another original, and it's funny because as I just looked at the video and you can see behind me, as I was talking about this shelf earlier, you can see, let me see if I go here, you can see the B, E, and then the L, and then the I-E-V-E. That was given to me by Linda, and that was for my song, and it's also because I need a little inspiration to remember all the things that I sing about sometimes, or whether they're mine or somebody else's. Sometimes we forget. And I'll tell you, I sang that song just now about being with the girls through my divorce. And it was a rough time, and now's a rough time, you know, and I remember this song, I'm not one who would ever take my own life, but man, it was dark. I did not know what to do. And most of you that are here, or if you're just joining, I don't play an instrument. I can bang a guitar a little bit with a few chords that I know, not well enough to play usually. I can fake it and look great, but no, I don't know it well enough to sing live. But I picked up the guitar. It was late, and I was just at my end. Really, I was the divorce, everything. I was miserable, and I wrote this song, chords and all, the whole song. And my ex-husband and I were actually living. He was living downstairs, and I was living upstairs. And I said, "Can I play you a song I wrote?" And I played it for him, and he looked at me and he said, "You don't know those chords." And I said, it just came to me in the middle of the night. Sometimes in our worst, most desperate places, beauty comes out, so. Don't know where you're going, but you know where you've been. And if you had the chance, would you do it all again? Through all the heartache, through all the pain, do you ever wonder if it was all in vain? Believe when the world just seems so cold. Believe when you feel you're all alone. Believe and know that in the darkest night it only takes one little light to make the fire in you ignite. Don't ever give up the fight, believe. This road's a long one, so much in your way. Is it all worth it as you struggle through the day? Knowing there are lessons you've yet to learn. Maybe someday it will be your turn. Believe when the world just seems so cold. Believe when you feel you're all alone. Believe and know that in the darkest night it only takes one little light to make the fire in you ignite. Don't ever give up the fight, believe. You know that in the darkest night it only takes one little light to make the fire in you ignite. Don't ever give up the fight, believe when the world just seems so cold. Believe when you feel you're all alone. Believe. Know that in the darkest night it only takes one little light to make the fire in you ignite. Don't ever give up the fight, believe. Believe. As I sing that, I think of, I can see Linda and Annette. They always stand right by the pole at the bar. I see Gandhi and Gary going like this to the song. Glenn and Shelley sitting there. Becky and Mike are sitting over the back of the bar. Mike and Jack are over in the back by the window at a table. Ava and Anders and Dennis and Dan are sitting at a front table. Let me think who else is on. Oh, Tammy and Jane, they're sitting back towards the door at the back corner table by the window. Jess is over by, right as close as you can to the bathroom, that little bar top over here. Oh, goodness. So I think I'm going to end with this song, which I sang live the other night, which is probably the first time that most people have heard it. I've sung it just a few times. I wrote it, it's about Key West and the Florida Keys. I'm sure that if you've been here, Conkfish and all my fans and people who've been at the Bull, and the motto here is one human family. And that is what we are here in Key West. I would love it to be what we are here in the world. But it really is what we are here in Key West. And I actually wrote this song for a homeless memorial. But what one human family means to me, so when I'm at the Bull, there's the Duval Street, right? If you're just joining us, Duval Street is this one block in Key West, and it goes from like crazy Sloppy Joe's, the Bull, up to Margaritaville, and then as it goes up to the other end, they call that the artsy end or the gay end. And there's all different names for all different parts of Duval Street. But what I love about Key West is that anybody can go into any bar anywhere and is welcome, is treated as if they belonged everywhere, and people don't judge people. So Dan and Dennis can dance together at the Bull, and Dan can ask a woman to dance, and anybody can dance with anybody, and everybody makes friends, and that's what one human family is to me. A shout out to Gary Marion Sushi, who's been with all the 801 drag queens making masks for hospitals as well as for us locals. This really, people know that I was thinking about moving to Costa Rica, and I went last year for 2 months looking to see if I wanted to do that. And I didn't because I missed Key West. And it wasn't Key West per se. I do love it. Just to not make you jealous, but it's a beautiful 80-something degrees out. I have palm trees in my yard. I'll probably go for a 2-mile walk with Toto and then maybe jump in a friend's pool. Life is really wonderful down here, but what makes it one human family are the people. And I missed all of my people. I missed my fans who became friends. I missed my friends. I missed everybody. I missed my job at the Bull. I missed everything about Key West. And so that's what this song means to me. But I do wish that everybody everywhere had the freedom, the love that we have together in Key West, whether you're a visitor or a local, everybody's family here. Out of the darkness comes the dawn, shines its light on this world we live on. A simple smile says a million words, and the sound of children's laughter is the best song ever heard. I am you, you are me. It's in every one of us, and it sets my spirit free. If I have faith, I'll let go of fear. I can feel it in my soul. The time is drawing near. One human family, this we can be. And I know it must be possible, for how else could I see a world so beautiful, no moment to resist. All the pain and suffering refuse to exist. Yes, we can be one human family. Oh,
and you can get there if you wish upon a star. It's in your heart, let me show you how. But we can't waste a minute, 'cause the time is here and now. One human family, this we can be. And I know it must be possible, but how else could I see a world so beautiful, no moment to resist, where all the pain and suffering refuse to exist. Yes, we can be one human family. This we can be, and I know it must be possible, or how else could I see a world so beautiful, no moment to resist, where all the pain and suffering refuse to exist. Yes, we can be one human family, one human family. This we can be, and I know it must be possible, for how else could I see a world so beautiful, no moment to resist, where all the pain and suffering refuse to exist. Yes, we can be one human family, one human family.
Well, that's it. Becky wants Toto to take a bow. Toto, as you can see, he's being so lazy today. Toto, come here. Come here. Can you... We'll see. Hey, Toto. Toto, take a bow. Take a bow. Good boy. Or a stretch. Okay. Come here. Can you take a bow? Take a... Well, that was what you got. It's music in the time of Corona. Thank you guys so much for being with me. I wanted this to be a day of stories and telling you about my originals and stories with all of you, and I'm so grateful. Those stories have kept me going, sitting here singing to the camera, knowing that you're all there, and knowing for sure, believe everybody, have faith everybody, that we will be one human family, Confish Nation, everybody, in Key West soon. I look forward to seeing you all. Till then, please stay safe. God bless. Love you all.